When you make videos for as long as I have, you end up seeing a lot of tutorials and tips and tricks, lists, and a lot of them are kind of garbage. So I decided that I would make my own list of my top 10 tips for actually improving your editing. And do note, if you are going to this video expecting me to give you the tricks on how to go viral and get 1 million views, I can't give you that. Look at me. But I can promise you that if you implement these into your videos, you will immediately see a significant quality increase. I hope you enjoy them. Trick number 1. Cut the mid EQ out of your music. When putting music in your videos, you often find that it's like a delicate balance. You turn it up slightly and suddenly it's too high to hear your words. You turn it down and then you can't hear the music at all, and it's just really frustrating. Well, that's because music exists in all these frequencies, and talking only exists in this little frequency, but it overlaps and it's frustrating and hard. So what you can do is find the EQ settings of your editor of choice and just create this little ditch in the middle, and suddenly your talking and music fit right on top of each other really nice. It's this really subtle effect that is completely unnoticeable, but just instantaneously makes your video 1,000 times better. Number 2, cut out as much silence as you can. Now here's the thing, when you talk naturally to your friends, there are a lot of moments of silence, of thinking, of humming and hawing and ums, and when you're making a video, you want none of that. Try to make your talking flow together as smoothly as possible, as seamlessly as possible. And one of the ways that I find you can best do this is by overlapping the last and first consonants in your sentences. Not too much, because then your talking will overlap and it will be really frustrating. I think the technical term for this is a J-cut or something like that. I don't know, I don't do technical terms. Trick number 3. Utilize silence intentionally. Now, I know I just said cut out as much of the silence as I can, but here's the thing, you can't just do that, because if there is no silence at all and it's just ba 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 ba, suddenly the video starts feeling very samey and grating and annoying to watch. And plus, if you're trying to make something more emotional or funny in different ways, having these moments of thinking and intentional, it just can really help with the experience. Now, I will say that at least for me, I always try to make the first 2 to 3 minutes of the video as ba 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 as possible, but after that, I usually lax a lot more. Oh, and here's another fun little thing. Bonus trick. If you make a joke, try to cut out the music right as the joke or funny awkward moment happens, and it will make it 1,000,000 times more funny. I don't know why, it just is always more funny when you cut out the music. Number 4, avoid AI. This one might be a bit controversial, but in my opinion, using AI or automated systems to help with your editing almost always makes it worse. This is going back to the last 2, but in Infomore, there is a button that will automatically cut out all the silence in your video. And while that's good and nice and could potentially be useful as a starting point, I always find it's better for the video just to do it yourself and cut out all the silence you want to cut out, leaving in the important silences that are necessary. Because a computer program can't tell the difference. A computer program cannot see intentionality or creativity or any of that. It just does beep boop, I do what I'm programmed to. I rarely use AI for anything in my editing, even though Filmora keeps on trying to shove it down my throat. Even subtitles, I always type them manually so that I can emphasize words or break them at certain points. Just that sort of stuff. That does mean there's a lot more spelling errors in my videos. It's just a human artifact. Also, do not use AI for thumbnails ever. The viewers can tell they're not idiots. Unless you're specifically selecting for an audience of exclusively idiots, in which case, be lazy. Trick 5. Line up eye lines. This is another one of those really easy things to do, but I want you to think about where your eyes are when you are watching a video or editing or that sort of thing. And when it cuts, try and make the focus of it in the exact same spot. So like, for example, if I zoom in right now, bloop, and suddenly my eyes are up here, it's suddenly very jarring. But if we like zoom in and make sure that my face is in the exact same spot, it feels a lot more natural. I will usually use my finger and like literally touch my screen so that I can line things up. Number 6, use keyframe curves. This is actually something from one of the 12 principles, 2 of the 12 principles actually, ease in and out as well as arcs. Basically the idea is this: when you put keyframes into your editing software, it usually looks like this. Smooth and very robotic. When in real life, moving usually happens more like this, where there is this like ease in and ease out. And most editing softwares allows you to use curves to implement those, and it will make your videos smoother and nicer to watch. I love keyframes. I only wish Filmora had a better keyframe editor, because their current keyframe editor is awful and terrible. Filmora, fix that. Number 7, cut on the beat. If you are editing to music, then it is usually best to pay attention to where the actual rhythm of the music is. Count along to it. Go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and try to line it up with the actual music happening underneath, so that when things happen like cuts or emphasis or anything like that, make it actually sync with the beat of the music to make it feel better. It's a very subtle thing to do, but a very powerful one. And a lot of my favorite editors like Doug or Backseat do this all over the place. Number 8, put the cut key on your mouse. I have a Logitech, what's this? The mouse, I don't know, but it has all these buttons on the side. It is like on my desk. I cannot show it to you. I'm just gonna have to put a picture on screen. It has all these buttons on the side that, well, to a normal person may look gaudy and like, oh, who needs all these extra buttons? Genuinely, as an editor, I like having my cut key right there so that whenever I need to cut, I just have one single button. And plus, I also have these 2 buttons to be like cut everything before the player head and cut everything after the player head. It's all just one button, and it is so nice. Instant recommendation: if you do not have a fancy mouse, try putting it on your keyboard. But I would definitely recommend investing into a mouse. Trick number 9. Show your edit to other people. This is what I would say is the most important thing to do if you're trying to learn how to edit. Don't do it alone. Creativity is a collaborative experience. Almost everything I've shared to you on this list is something that I've learned from other people, friends, other YouTubers, that sort of stuff. I have multiple Discord servers that I'm in that are largely invested into us watching each other's videos before they come out to spot editing errors or feel and that sort of stuff, and we comment on each other's videos. We like say, hey, we like this, hey, we don't like this, hey, you could try adding this little joke or stuff like that. And it makes sort of the final videos better, because instead of just one person doing their best, it's one person doing their best with other people helping them. Always try to help each other as much as you can. And finally, number 10, have fun. This may seem like a very cheesy thing to say in a video like this, but genuinely, if you are editing in a way that it frustrates you or makes you annoyed, try to edit differently. I love everything about how I edit. There are aspects that I don't like selecting music. So I make a library of music that I like and exclusively use that. There are different tricks and stuff that I do, like, oh, clicking this cut button's annoying, so I get a mouse to cut it easier. Stuff like that. It's lonely to edit alone, so I have friends that I show my edit to, and when they laugh at it and stuff like that, it makes me feel better about my insecurities. If you are having fun editing, then it will show on screen. And I think that is the most important thing about the final video. If it is clear that people had fun making it, then it will be fun to watch. Well, that's my awesome list. Feel free to utilize any of these or break them or do anything that you want. This is ultimately your editing experience. I can't dictate how you edit. That's entirely up to you. If you want more videos like this, do not subscribe, because this is my stupid channel where I just put random nonsense that I want to make. But if you like random nonsense, subscribe. Alright, I'm gonna leave now. Bye.